Hello, welcome to Souls Intersect. This reading is for Gemini Sun, Moon, and Rising signs, and it is focused on January of 2017. Happy New Year to you. I'm still working on the annual 2017 readings for a number of the signs, so my monthly readings are going to be a little bit shorter. I selected 6 cards for you Geminis, and I'll take you through them. From the top, we have the 5 of Cups and then the 7 of Wands. And then in the center, the 10 of Cups and the Star. And then on the bottom, the Empress and the King of Swords. Looking at the top row, there's been a lot of Wands cards coming up in readings, and my sense is that there's some things coming to a head this month. And it feels like carryover from the year. It's almost like the sense that I'm getting, it could be because of the Mercury retrograde cycle, that not that a new year always, breaks things off neatly, but I do feel like in other years it's felt more like that, whereas with this year there's some lingering things. So what I'm sensing is that whatever this 5 of Cups and 7 of Wands is about, it does feel like possibly a conflict, something that has made you feel remorseful, maybe a little bit defensive. It feels like it's a carryover from last year. This doesn't feel like something new or sudden. But it feels like, again, there's a little bit more work to be done with it. It feels, though, for you, Geminis, that the outcome is very positive. Looking at the 10 of Cups and the Star, that energy together is just delightful. I feel like there is a sense of fulfillment that is coming in relation to whatever the loss or perceived loss in that 5 of Cups is. We have the 10 of Cups right below it. It may not be exactly what you're looking for. That's kind of what I'm sensing with the Star, but it's definitely what is meant for you. So I'm hearing about gratitude. I'm hearing gratitude, and I feel like, again, I'll just reiterate, it's this idea where you maybe have experienced some sort of loss, something that didn't work out the way that you wanted to, something that might feel unrecoverable on a level. And it could also be that you've taken a hit in some way to, excuse me, your emotional self, your emotional body. And that's caused you to feel a bit defensive, maybe a lack of hope. But the idea is that something is coming through for you, and although it might not be what you pictured, it is definitely something that's fated. I do sense a couple of figures involved here. I feel a couple of things with the Empress. The first message is, in order to reach that 10 of Cups energy, after whatever this 5 of Cups loss is, you're being encouraged to call upon your own gifts to reassure yourself. There's this idea of self-reassurance, and a lot of us can become dependent on getting that from outside sources, whether it could stem from our parents growing up. It could be a certain relationship that we've been in that brought us a certain level of reassurance just because of how personality dynamics work. And it could even be seeking counsel or things like that, or religion or something like that in the past to bring you that reassurance. But I'm feeling that with the Empress, the idea here is that to be your own mother in a sense. This is a very motherly card. And I feel like the main message with this Empress is to call upon yourself for your own reassurance, even if that looks like you saying things to yourself that you're not used to saying, to help bring up that energy, to help strengthen that voice inside of you, that motherly voice. So that's a practice that's being encouraged for you this month. I also feel like the Empress is you in this reading, and I feel that not only about that being your own mother, but also your gifts and fertility also for some of you. I feel that there maybe possibly for some of you, some of this loss has been to do with not conceiving, possibly a miscarriage for someone. And I'm hearing not meant to be. I feel like the timing, at least, was not meant to be. And I do feel an increase in infertility, in the ability to carry to term. It's not going to be true for everyone, of course, but with the Ten of Cups following, and then even the star card depiction here, there's that water and that birth, in a sense. It looks like this figure here has just been birthed in a way. And I feel that there's, with the Empress too, an increase in fertility for some of you. So that is one interpretation, but for some of you it's also birthing other things and calling upon your gifts. Kind of in the sense that I'm really feeling that motherly theme again, and even in the sense of gifts. And for a lot of us, there's that feeling of, it wouldn't be true for everyone, of course, but there's that feeling of being impressed with what your mother could do sometimes. The way that a mother sometimes can throw things together or put so much energy, loving energy, into creating something that you never thought you could do, but you can. And that's what I feel like the message is here, to call upon that within yourself. Now, the King of Swords does feel like someone else. I feel that there is a little bit of a disconnect happening, possibly with an air sign. And it could also be in relation to some sort of harsh words spoken, or a message given that was painful to hear or made you defensive. Or a truth. Could even be for some of you like a secret that was revealed that was hurtful. The interesting thing about it, though, is that I feel that was meant to happen as well. And even for some of you, though it may be hard to hear, I feel that if it was something revealed that was hurtful, there may have been a defensiveness, like, no, I don't do that, or no, that's not me. I feel like maybe there is at least some truth to it, and that you are meant to acknowledge it on some level. It just may be that it was hard to hear the way it came out, or from the person it came from. But I would take a step back and, again, protect yourself. Give yourself your own reassurance. Try not to let the ego play too much of a role, but look at what was said, why maybe it hurt so much, and what truth there is to it, because chances are that if it hurt that much, there may be some truth to it. I'm getting definitely the feeling of a romantic partner in respect to the King of Swords for some. I'm also getting a father for some of you. And it could be that you share a sign. This could be a Gemini father, or even Aquarius with the star above it. The painful words or truth may have come from or in relationship to a father or father figure, I feel like, for some of you. And I do see this King of Swords facing away from the situation. This is going to be the perfect month. I don't sense any kind of departure or ending if it is a romantic partnership, but I feel like there may be a little bit of a disconnect throughout the month, and that's where that self-reassurance, being comforted by yourself, indulging in your own gifts and embracing them is going to help you get through this. For some also, I feel that this may be someone you're interested in that you're not in a relationship with currently, and there may have been some difficulty in communicating or getting through. And again, with his back turned towards the situation, I feel like this may not be the month for things to culminate, but it doesn't feel like an ending. I feel like there's still potential, but there's a call to really focus on yourself, your own fertility, your own abilities, and that self-reassurance quality that you have in you, that you're being encouraged to develop more. And it could be that it would help if it's a potential relationship. It could help eventually with the culmination, or when you possibly get the chance to come together with this person. And also, if you're already in a partnership, it could be that it strengthens you and helps down the line with communicating with this person. All right, Geminis, I'm going to wrap it up here. If you have questions about this reading or about my services, you can email me at soulsintersect@gmail.com, and the address to my site is below. Thank you and Happy New Year.